Hey guys, so I want to do a quick little comparison here between the Note 5A by Xiaomi on the left and the Redmi 4X, last year's budget banger here. Very affordable handsets, about the same kind of price. I think they do have some differences though, really, that you need to be aware of. If you're looking at the 4X, for example, you can see we're getting a fingerprint scanner here on the back, whereas you don't get that on the 5A, which is quite surprising. But you do obviously get a nice bigger screen here, which gives you more content than the 4X. So we're just going to start them up at the same time and see the performance here, because I'm quite interested to see which one gives you better bang for buck here. I think we're getting 2 gigs of RAM in the 5A versus 3 gigs of RAM in the 4X, but the 4X I think does come with a Snapdragon 6 series processor, so that should be a little bit better. I think it was a 625 versus the 4 series in the 5A. Also, I think the 5A does actually come with the latest MIUI. You do have to update it when you get it, and this is a global version, so you can see it comes on slightly faster here, which is nice. One big thing I have noticed though is that the 4X seems to have a much brighter screen overall here. You can see they're both on the maximum brightness. So the Note series has never really had a good screen in my opinion compared to the Redmi screens. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because it's a bigger phone, but do bear that in mind if you do like your screens here. This is much nicer on the eyes in general. So we're just going to open up a few apps here. You can see both of them set up pretty much the same, and let's go. So we're not going to wait too long here. Obviously the 4X is running Xiaomi's MIUI 8, which is a little bit older, but you can see still very good here at keeping up in general. I do like the fancy animations you do get though with the latest software here on the 5A. You can see the icons look a little bit different as well, and you also do get the this area here, which is similar to some other Android phones, but you don't get that on the 4X, unfortunately. So just have a look at some games here. I haven't installed too many. I don't want to completely brick the device. I think you can generally see here the 4X is doing a little bit better and has a much higher contrast screen when it comes to gaming. And one more. So I think I'm going to solidly give this the 4X. It's a little bit smaller here, but you can see much nicer in terms of the raw speeds. Let's just load a web page. So let's go to the BBC. Go. Again, you can see pictures nice and fast here on the 4X, and just the screen, I can't get over how different it is. Really nice, high contrasty on the 4X. Let's just see the speed here of both devices. You can see even the speed test loading faster on the right here. Hang on a minute. You know what it's done. Oh, don't want to stop now. So let's just make it's on the right server. It's forgot what it's doing. So yeah, it's not even letting me change the server. So we'll skip this test and do it on another one. I just want to check the multitasking, nice and quick. So we do get 3 gigs of RAM here on the 4X, and nothing happened there on the left. I don't even think it's kept in my memory. So if we go back to this one, yeah, you can see very glitchy and laggy on the 5A. So even if you push it slightly harder than the normal, you'll definitely notice how much better the 4X is. Here, let's try load a game. No contest, you see. So I think 3 gigs of RAM is definitely the baseline minimum here. A little bit disappointing that we didn't get that with the 5A. So based on what I've seen here, 5A has nicer software obviously in terms of the MIUI 9 here, but the actual performance is definitely much better on the older phone. It's just a shame that they don't really keep the phone up to date very quickly. So you can see that this is a good, it's actually on Marshmallow which is even worse than I thought it was. So yeah, the software, if it was kept up to date, it'd be a beast really. Well, that is the issue you do have with Xiaomi phones. We'll be doing some other comparisons, so do stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.